Hello and welcome to Let's Go Eat, the Herald Leaders podcast about eating and drinking in the bluegrass. I'm Janet Patton and I cover bourbon and craft beer and food.
I'm Cheryl Truman. I cover features and business.
And I'm Sally Shear, and I'm the features and business editor.
We're here today at Coba Cocina to talk with Chef Jonathan Lundy about some of the changes that are coming to their menu. But before we get to that, I think we want to talk about a big change on the north side. Cheryl, what's going on?
Well, it's a restaurant that is far different from the magnificent finishes and really nice waves and the wall of tequila. It's Burger Shake in Lexington, which has been here since 1957.
Wow.
One of the original burger joints in Lexington, built when New Circle Road was nowhere near even finished. They have long been considered an arbiter of sort of the cost of things in Lexington. Started out with 19-cent burgers back in the day.
Wow.
They went to 99 cents in their iconic sign on New Circle Road, and now they have been forced by the increasing price of beef, 3 price changes in recent months, to go to $1.23, which with tax is $1.30. For their basic burger, which still comes very well dressed with pickle and real onion, as in a sliced onion ring or two, and mustard. So
All wrapped in wax paper.
all wrapped in wax
Is it
paper,
worth
and really,
the
gotta love that.
$1.30? Is it worth the $1.30?
it's quite tasty for
Good.
$1.30.
Restaurant news, right? I think people have finally made it inside the Cheesecake
Yes,
Factory.
so we heard one of our co-workers, Josh Moore, said, I went to the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. We were like, what? So he said he went with a buddy of his, I think it was on a weekend night.
Yeah, how long
and
did
there
it
was
take?
a 2-hour wait. But Josh said because they really didn't have a lot else to do, they said, we'll take the 2-hour wait, and walked around the mall for a little while. And he said, I think it was about an hour and a half before they were texted that their table was ready. And he said it was good. He had some, I forget exactly what it was, a salmon dish and a piece of pumpkin cheesecake, and seemed very happy with
It
all
would
of
just
it.
have to
So
be
that
the
was
best
nice.
meal ever to get me to wait an hour and a half before.
Yes, it does seem like
I'm afraid I would give up.
long
and go
wait. But
somewhere else.
they've been open, what, 2 weeks maybe? So I'm
Yeah.
kind of not surprised that
Yeah.
that's
And I should note that you can still get call ahead pickup.
right.
Right.
In case you
Right.
don't want the full experience. Josh wanted the full experience, which I would note is also going to be a little more pleasant now because near Cheesecake Factory, Bat Mall has opened a new wing of stores.
Yes.
Right. There's a lot more
Which
going
includes
on out
H&M,
there.
so you could probably find ways to entertain yourself
Yeah.
during the week.
He didn't seem to have a problem doing that. So, yeah, he reported good things.
Well, speaking of reporting good things, we have a review in the Weekender this week of another restaurant in Lexington, Crust, which I think has been another restaurant. It's been something else. It's
Smashing Tomatoes. Yes.
But Jackie Carfagno ate there. Said it was
Yes.
delicious.
I think what they're doing at Smashing Tomato is come in, order, stand in line, order, go sit down, and they bring you your food. Crust is sit in a chair and be waited on. And I think, I haven't read Jackie's review, I'm sorry to say yet, but my understanding from the time that I was there is a little more extensive wine menu.
Oh, okay.
And the restaurant has upped its look a little bit, and it's nicer inside. I think they're trying to appeal to the dinner crowd as well. And but still, when I was there, the pizza is just as delicious. The chopped salad is just as good.
Yeah,
And
she
so-
said one of the things they really focused on was literally the crust, the dough that made that pizza so great that
Right.
she really liked it. And,
Yeah.
and who doesn't love a good pizza?
True.
I have a little bit of news that's beer news, a couple of interesting items. West 6th is going to be coming out next Monday, November 17th, with their Christmas ale again. I didn't get any last year, so I can't tell you, for certain how good it was. But the fact that it sold out in 24 hours should be a testament to the fact that a lot of people liked it. So I'm going to be over there this year trying to get some Christmas ale. Alltech, which is undergoing another huge expansion, really they're going to quadruple in size at their Lexington brewing and distilling operation.
Just imagine that, if you will.
I know. I
Quadrupling
mean, they're
in
already
size.
really
That's
big, and they're going
amazing.
to be so much bigger. But they have got another seasonal coming out. I think it's on draft this week, and then in stores next week. It's Lexington Honey Barrel Brown Ale, and I have tasted that, and it was very good, very malty, A lot of honey note food news. We had this story in the paper last week, but there are going to be some meals and some book signings coming up for Rona Roberts' classic Kentucky meals. Holly Hill Inn is going to be doing a dinner based on Rona's cookbook, one of the 5 meals. It's framed around 5 meals,
Right.
with a fancy version and a plain version. And she fixed for me the fancy cornbread with the sorghum lime drizzle, which was really terrific.
And while sorghum lime drizzle may sound like it's complicated, let me just read the recipe. Butter, sorghum, juice of a lime. Not that hard.
Little zest in there. It was dead simple.
A couple weeks ago, we were at Distilled.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about
while
this.
they were still working out some menu
That's right.
and getting their place finished up, and they sent an email yesterday that said they will be opening for dinner only the week of November 17th. And we'll have a soft opening, I guess, on the
Invitation
14th
only,
and
yeah.
15th. So, but then they also, in that, yes, we're getting ready to open, mentioned that they will be open on Thanksgiving Day from 11 to 4. So.
All right, I'm here today with Chef Jonathan Lundy. Talk about some of the changes that are coming to the menu here. What are you doing out here today?
Okay, we're going to take some poblano chilies and fire roast them.
Fire roast them?
Yeah, we use a whole lot of these every day. You got pretty intense flames hitting the peppers, and you can hear the activity, hear the noise.
Yeah.
And as it starts to happen, we're going to notice a big smell. So you just take it nice and easy at first. It's mild rotation. The whole process takes about 15 minutes, but when they're finished, they're delicious.
What are you going to use them in?
Okay, we use these in the fire roasted poblano slaw. We use them in roasted portobello mushroom enchilada, which you're going to be tasting a little bit
I
later.
hope so, yeah.
And we also have a fire roasted poblano mashed potato. Southwestern food has always been my first love. When I first started as a chef, individuals such as Dean Faring, Kentucky, Stephen Piles, and Mark Miller were majorly important to me. They were the ones that first inspired me to want to move away from my very simple, basic, chicken and stars kind of childhood.
And go into Southwestern
Yeah.
food. And so Coba's been here, a little over a year now. And it sounds like you are making quite a few changes to the menu.
Yeah, I originally came here last February while at my other job, and I was doing a little consulting work for them, and then ended up eventually coming here full time.
And so telling me that you want Coba to try to carve out a niche sort of its own,
Of its own,
away
absolutely.
from some of the more traditional Tex-Mex fare.
Yeah, I want to have Coba develop into something all of its own and not necessarily be competing with
The standard chips and salsa kind of refried beans.
Yeah.
At least one tequila pairing dinner, right?
Yeah.
And a
El Tesoro, yeah.
and
That's
a
good
South
time.
American wine dinner.
Yep.
More of that planned.
Yeah, I believe the next thing we have going right now is a Latin Caribbean kind of rum event, but that's still in the works, and I have not.
That sounds really interesting.
We're working on that. Has not.
Because rum has also got a big
Absolutely.
Caribbean flavor influence too.
Yep.
And so that'd be really interesting to see with some of the spicier notes, some of the spicier flavors.
You know,
They're really starting to smell great.
lovely.
I can smell the peppers. It's a very nice spicy scent. It's not overwhelming. They're
Here-
blistering up beautifully.
But this will be the one of the vegetarian dishes that are available on the menu. I like to roll enchiladas a little bit fatter.
Good.
I double
These
wrap
are some
them.
good size enchiladas.
I double wrap them.
Ooh, yum. I think the chili is nice.
It's got a little. It's got.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I might end
But
up
it
taking
definitely
that.
comes through, which is nice. So we just